like to welcome somebody who is kicking some incredible goals. I wanted to kick off this series with this person purely because it's a really good example that age shouldn't be a barrier. It's a really good example that it all just comes down to great leadership skills, great management skills, and you can build an incredible business within our business. So I'd like to welcome Mr. Reuben Packer-Hill.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
So Reuben, a few of us know your team and what the structure looks like at the moment. It's you with Jack, Gulmi and Isabella.
Yep.
The team structure is working beautifully. I don't want to touch on what that looks like now, but talk me through current structure and the evolution that you took from being a standalone agent to where you are now. And then we'll delve into some of the challenges, some of the mistakes you might have made, and maybe a little bit around what your leadership looks like.
Okay.
Let's start with what it looks like now, though.
No worries at all. So Isabella King, she works in an operations / customer service role within my business. Essentially, she works directly with me, ensuring that my business runs as smoothly with day-to-day operations as possible. She'll also ensure one of her key roles, ensuring that every client we come interaction with has the absolute best experience they can with us and with the McGrath brand. Jack is in an associate agent role with me, more specialising in buyer work and buyer activity. So if we're running, say, 6 to 10 open homes on a Saturday, Jack's main role is to take a lot of the buyers that we're meeting during the week and on Saturdays especially, service them well, match them up to properties that we may be looking at off-market or even conjunct with other agents within McGrath and outside of McGrath.
Great.
So in a nutshell, that's the rough breakdown with obviously a lot of tiers behind that.
On track for currently? GCI-wise for, say, fin year 19?
Yeah, we're hoping to do $1 million.
Great,
million
fantastic. So talk me back to standalone agent, what numbers you were roughly writing, that first step and that first team member.
So I look like I'm 16, I get that all the time, but I started in real estate 2007, so going back, this is my 12th year in real estate, but it was only sort of coming to McGrath when we came to Queensland about 6 years ago that I sort of got more serious with my business. I think it was probably a maturity thing as well as I grew up. So I was a standalone agent up until 2 years ago when I brought Jack on board. I think my best year through those years prior to Jack was just over 300,000 in GCI. And I sort of had hovered around that mark for maybe 2 or 3 years and sort of really struggled to push through that next barrier. So,
what were those struggles you were finding to get through? What specifically was a blockage?
I always thought it was capacity, but it was probably more mindset. So I always thought I needed an extra person to help with the everyday running around, the extra appraisals, presentations, buyer activity, and of course the everyday work that we get caught up running with. But really in hindsight, it was probably more of a mindset thing. I think we could...
So believing that you could do far better?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And I think also financial capacity as well, because putting on another team member is a big expense, but everybody gets caught up in thinking you've got to pay them the 40, the 60, the 80,000, whatever the number is, but really it's a month-to-month transaction or a month-to-month expense. So if you can just get through those first couple of months in terms of paying somebody else a wage or giving them a split of commission, chances are you'll see the bigger picture come through much more favourably.